These are the AirPods Max 2s. We're going to be doing a quick unboxing and a sound quality test on these and compare it to my very first AirPods Maxes. To kick this off, we're going to do a quick unboxing of the device. I got it in a purple color. Here we are, the purple AirPod Max 2s with a very light lila band as well as purple cups. Oh man. About a month ago now, I made a video on why you should just not get AirPods Maxes in general because they have a serious problem with the headband itself, but just feeling how tight this one is again, it's great to feel them brand new. So here they are in their little purse bag. We're gonna see what else is in the box. So in the box, you just get your documentation as well as just the cable. And it is a USB-C to C cable. Gonna put all this away. So here we are, the headphones. The purple is so nice. Purple is actually my favorite color, but seeing these are really nice. You can say what you want about the AirPods Maxes, but they're definitely a nice looking pair of headphones. As soon as you put the AirPods Max out of the case, then it'll show up on your phone as any other pair of AirPods. So super easy to connect, no problems with this at all. The battery life of the AirPods Max 2s should be rated for up to 20 hours of use. But if it's anything similar to the older pair, then I would think that these would be around 16 to 17 hours of proper battery life, really having the ANC on all the time. So the differences between the first pair that ever came out and these ones is that it now has a USB Type-C connector. I guess the 1.5s that you can now call them. Also had the USB-C port in it. But for me, coming from the first generation, it is a new thing and the USB-C is going to be very welcome. They've updated the drivers with these ones as well, so also bigger drivers. This means that the sound quality should be quite a bit better, as well as hearing instruments more clearly. So I'm very curious to see what they're going to sound like in the next couple of minutes. And also a big thing that they've changed with this one is that they now have the H2 chip. So similar to the AirPods Pro 3s as well as the AirPods Pro 2s, I believe. The H2 chip is in charge of a lot of the sound quality that they produce, as well as the transparency mode and the noise cancelling feature. The H2 chip also enables the AirPods Max 2s to be able to have conversational awareness. So this means if someone starts talking to you in your vicinity, that they will drop the volume on purpose so that you can hear them a lot more clearly. And if you stop talking to them and walk away, then the volume will come back up as they were. Another nice feature with the H2 chip that I use quite a lot with my AirPods Pro 3s is the adaptive audio feature. And what this does is that if there is a loud sound coming from anywhere in your vicinity, that they'll actually turn up the noise cancelling even more. You're just walking past a really busy or loud area, then the noise cancelling will start to integrate a lot more and you'll hear less of your environment to protect your hearing. And of course, if you walk away, they will actually go back to the transparency mode and slowly dim the noise cancelling. The H2 chip also enables live translation. I haven't personally used this at all with my AirPods Pro 3s. With the use of also your iPhone, you should be able to hear another language being spoken to you in your native tongue through the headphones. If they also have a device with an H2 chip, they can theoretically speak to you in a different language whilst you're hearing them with your own language, if you know what I mean. So these headphones enable that. And before I listen to them actually, I wanted to do a quick comparison with my old ones and just have them next to each other and see the difference between the headbands. It's unbelievable how bad the headband has gotten from the brand new one to the old one. It's just terrible. But yeah, these ones completely got wrecked by the headband, and this one feels really sturdy and rigid. So I'm curious how it's gonna feel again after not really having a proper headband for so long. So they got enough battery to test, so let's go and test them. First impression already, just putting them on compared to my old ones. I mean, they felt exactly the same as I did get these brand new, but feeling them when they're brand new and having a proper headband, they just they feel really good though. Like, I do love wearing these, and it's such a shame that these gave in, but this feels so good on the head. Forgot to mention that these headphones can also support lossless audio. So with a USB-C to USB-C cable, you can either just plug it into your phone, your iPad, or your MacBook and just listen to lossless audio. So I'll definitely be doing that soon, just to see the sound difference between wireless and wired. But first, let's try out the wireless. I'm curious to see what this is gonna sound like. Okay. They sound really impressive so far, but I just want to try my old pair and see what they sound like as well. Okay, and again, back to these. Wow, okay. They definitely sound just a lot fuller in general and sound like they have way more not necessarily sound, but they just have way more soundstage, like a way bigger soundstage, and you can definitely hear a lot more compared to these on the same volume as well. They're a lot bassier, like they're definitely punchier than the first ones were. The noise cancelling on these are also pretty good. I mean, they're definitely a bit better than the old ones were. I wouldn't say they're a world of difference compared to the old ones, but they definitely have better noise cancelling for sure. The transparency mode is super clear and you can hear everything around you, no problem. It isn't a huge difference compared to the first ones that I've noticed really, but the sound quality is definitely something I noticed from these for sure. The AirPods Max are easy to maintain, well, apart from the headband, of course. If you ever needed more cushions from the cups, then they're very easy to take off. They're just held in with magnets, so you can easily swap them in and out with no problem really. And also if you really wanted a different color, you can. So if you wanted a white pair, just get a white pair and throw them in. I just grabbed the USB-C to USB-C cable, so let's have a look and see if the noise quality is any different. They definitely sound way better with them plugged in. You just hear not necessarily a louder soundstage. You can hear every small detail in there within a song, and you definitely hear noises that you didn't necessarily hear with the Bluetooth on, or just they're a bit more amplified as well for certain sounds as well. So they definitely improve on the experience and they sound way better. Of course, for latency, it would be great to just have them plugged in. So if you're going to be a video editor and you really need to have every millisecond of sound count, then this will really help you, of course. Also, just for listening to better music in general, it doesn't hurt to have them plugged in. And also for battery life, they would last a little bit longer, so you're not going to be using the Bluetooth feature that much. I think that's very negligible, to be honest, but it will have slightly better battery life having them plugged in. So all in all, I mean, these headphones are really nice to wear, to be honest, and I don't have any complaints with them so far. Of course, they're a bit heavier than the normal pair of headphones, so I do have a couple of like Bose headphones that I sometimes use, and these are definitely a bit heavier than them, but they're not necessarily super uncomfortable, and I've always liked wearing the pair of these for sure. Always worried about the longevity of these and if they will actually last me a long time. Top band is just really a weak point of these headphones, and just over time they will lose its strength completely. It just hurts to wear them. That really doesn't justify paying 580 euro here for these, for something that I think should last way more than like 2 or 3 years because of the headband breaking or becoming weak. Overall, they're a good pair of headphones, but my concerns for the build quality and the longevity of it is a bit of an issue. Of course, the cups are great and they can get scuffed quite easily. I have scuffed mine a couple times already before, but if you know how to baby them, the cups will be completely fine and everything else will be pretty good, to be honest. It's just really that headband that I'm worried about, as that seems to be the first thing to really make this pair of headphones feel uncomfortable. Of course, one thing I wish they would change is the carrying case. This carrying case is just a bit pathetic, really. There's nothing really to it. It doesn't protect them that much at all. And it just doesn't protect the headband either. Like, it does protect the cups pretty well and they're mostly covered up. The headband is always exposed, so just throwing these in a bag is not really great. What I've been using for mine is this case. I just bought it on Amazon. It was like 25 euro or something. They would easily just fit in like this. There you go. And then you can add any additional cables in, close it up and have a case. I mean, this thing is massive. Comparing it to my phone, it's kind of ridiculous. You wouldn't really want to carry something like this all the time with you, and it just takes up so much of your bag space. So thank you guys for watching the unboxing and impressions and sound quality test of the AirPods Max 2s. If you enjoyed the video, please go down, give it a like and maybe even a subscribe. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.